Finance Friday time, and he might be retired, but we just can't get rid of him. Dave Schurman from FirstOntario Credit Union joins us with more. She's answering your financial questions. I kid, Dave. I love seeing you, love talking to you, and I love trying to say First Home Savings Account, FHSA, because that's something that we've talked about. This is, I think, the third week we've talked about it, because it's something new and it's something popular.
Yeah, and viewers are having questions about it, like they do at any new product, and today's no different. So we have a couple of viewer questions today about that. Okay,
let's get to it. Brianna from Burlington, she says, my fiance and I love your financial tips. We are getting married in September 2024 and would be buying a condo. We need about $50K as a down payment. We are thinking of opening a First Home Savings Account, FHSA, but we won't have a lot of time to save, and we have wedding expenses to cover. We'll have enough combined for the down payment and RRSPs and TFSAs, but we don't want to use all of our savings if we can help it. Do you have any suggestions?
All right, right on. So, Brianna, first of all, you and your fiance are doing a good job. You're well planned. You're thinking about things. You're doing it the right way. Until the First Home Savings Account was introduced earlier last year, I guess, and it was available this year, you did have an option to use RRSPs as a down payment, and you still do. The government has a plan for first-time home buyers called the Home Buyers Plan and RRSPs. It allows you to take up to $35,000 out of your RRSP and use it for a down payment on a new house. So you and your fiance could both do that. Now, the kicker to that is you've got to repay those dollars back into your RRSP over a 15-year period. Basically, you've got to pay 1/15 every year. So in your case, if you each use $25,000 to get to your $50,000 down payment, you'd have to repay almost $3,500 a year, which is close to $300 a month. So that's like a second mortgage payment. It'll still get your down payment, but there is a better way now with the introduction of the First Home Savings Account. And that is the government will allow you to transfer tax-free money out of your RRSP into the First Home Savings Account. And then you can use those dollars in your First Home Savings Account for your down payment. And there's no tax implications to that whatsoever. So that's a real good deal. Now, the thing about this is you don't start accumulating contribution room in the First Home Savings Account until you open it. So you and your fiance should each open a First Home Savings Account this year, and you would each accumulate $8,000, which is the maximum. And then January 1st, 2024, it's a new year, so you'd accumulate $8,000 each next year as well. That would give the two of you combined $32,000 by the time you buy your condo next year that you could transfer tax-free out of your RRSP into the First Home Savings Account. So that's what I would recommend that you do.
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff there. I like your other tip too. A financial planner can really help work out some of the finer details because there's a lot to that. Yeah. We got one more question that I want to get to. So this is from Lisa in Hamilton. She says, I am currently receiving the CPP Death Benefit. If I was to remarry, would that benefit stop?
Lisa, up until 1987, yes, it would stop. But the government changed that rule back in 1987. In fact, when you say the CPP death benefit, it's actually the survivor's benefit that you're talking about, because the death benefit is a $2,500 payment that goes into your estate or the beneficiary for your final costs. But what you're talking about actually is the CPP survivor's benefit. And that is when the spouse would get a portion of the deceased spouse's CPP, which is a pension plan. If you remarry, you would continue to get that CPP survivor's benefit as long as you're alive. So don't worry, if you remarry, you'll still have that pension.
Great stuff. Two good questions from viewers, as they always are. And if you have a financial question or topic that you want covered by Dave, email your questions to financefriday@firstontario.com or go through Twitter at finance_Friday. If your question or topic is covered on air, you can win a gift card from a local business in your community. All right, back to retired life, Dave. On your Friday, take off that tie and loosen things up. Have a weekend. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Love having you on the show.
You as well, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving.